Hi Shai, Ashwin here, co-founder and CEO of CustomFit.ai. First of all, it was great talking to you and your team. So let me quickly, take you through the example of how you can A/B test two different things, right? So yeah, let me show you a live thing. So consider this is our one of our development store she and her. Now let me go to that Shopify login of the store. Okay, so let me just go to online store and. Let's see you see this is our current theme, right? Whatever actually you're seeing over here, that's the current theme, right? So let's do one thing. I have also one more theme called as when I just created this theme on the fly. Now let's go on to A/B test, of let's say 50% of traffic I want to showcase the Dwan theme, and 50% I want to showcase the current sense theme. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, first thing, okay, so you need to go and install the custom fit snippet. I mean, basically the app on both the things, right? For example, the moment you go and install the custom fit app from the Shopify store, right? Let me just go and edit this current theme where our Shopify SDK been installed. If you see here next to the head, right? This is our custom fit intelligent async code snippet. What's sitting over here, right? So you just need to copy this one line thing onto the other theme also. Okay, so I have already done the thing, but let me just go and show you again, right? So let me copy this thing and let's go and exit. Let's go to this Dwan and click on edit code, right? So go to theme.liquid. Here I just before this thing I was testing, right? We added this code over here, right? So basically custom with snippet code needs to be present on both the both the themes, okay, in the theme.liquid file, right? So just let me exit from here. Now the second step is we need to go and get the theme ID of this thing, right? So when I click on customize, so I just need to get the theme ID. Okay, just copy the theme and keep it. Okay, now let's go to the experience. Okay, let me go to custom fit dashboard and let's create an experiment. Okay, let's create an experiment, say redirection. Okay, now if you see it's asking, okay, tell me what pages that you want to personalize. Let's say I want to personalize all the I want to know get all the pages over here, right? So what I give, instead of direct page path, simple direct exact page path match, I'm giving all pages. I mean, basically the page path contains slash. If I give, it means it implicitly applies to all the pages, right? Now it's asking me, okay, give me the reference URL. So let me just go and give the home page is the reference URL. Okay, done. Okay, now let me go and add the behavior. So say I'm adding, like I'm creating a variation, say redirected, just naming it as redirected. Okay, so one is my default, one is redirected one. Okay, so now let's go and customize the v1. We this particular variation behavior. Okay, so as I was showing you, right, when you open the visual editor, it will open in a visually editable way, right? There, no, we have this option to execute the JavaScript snippet, right? So there we just go and add a simple one line, I mean, basically, a small segment of JavaScript snippet. It does nothing, okay? Basically what it all does is it just goes and check, if the Shopify theme ID, if it is not equal to whatever the theme ID which where we are redirecting, so then it'll redirect to that thing. It'll just say that window.href.theme URL, right? If you see, just if I quickly walk through this thing, right? So here, like I'm just assigning where the new theme where I want to take, right? So whatever the theme ID which I copied of the new theme, and then this functionality is just to ensure that, okay, add the specific URL details, okay, to the thing. And ultimately what this thing is does is it just check, okay, if the current theme is not equal to the new theme, then only do the redirection, right? So that the loop won't happen. Otherwise what actually happens is, if the check is not there, it will always go and try to redirect, right? It'll get into infinite loop, right? That will be avoided over here, right? Basically Shopify stores the theme ID in this particular object, and that will get initialized very quick, okay, in its initialization cycle, right? So yeah, now consider this is the, let me copy this thing and go to, this is our editor, whatever it has opened, right? Let me go to global execute snippet. Here I will just go and paste it out, right? Here and if you see, in this case I replaced the id with whatever the id, the new theme which we had, right? So that's the thing. Let me just go and save it and finalize and exit from here. Right, so now let's go and add the rules. Like say specifically you want to do only for a segment of audience thing, right? Then actually you can add a rule saying, hey, people coming from this particular campaign or from this particular region, okay, only among them, okay, you want to split the thing, right? So basically, there are two ways, right? If you want to split the entire traffic or only some segment of audience, like say, you are when like basically your customers will be more happy to test your platform, say with only one small segment of audience, like say people coming from California region. Among them, okay, only for 20% of audience I want to take the thing, right? Like this you can also split the traffic. You can create the audience segment based on a lot of the parameters. It can be your geography thing, browser variables, time of the day, or UTM campaigns and all those things, right? So otherwise, you can also use the entire rollout. Like say for my entire segment of audience, I want to do it in this way, right? Here also you can use very specifically. Say that only for 20% of audience and 20% of audience I want to showcase the default, and 20% I want to showcase the the redirected variation, right? It means rest 60% even won't fall into this experience. Basically, they won't be considered in this particular experiment, right? So now this is how the split looks like, right? Now, yeah, for let's for just sake of this thing, I will just make it as 50/50, right? And let me save it. Okay, and then power it on, right? The moment you power it on, the experience goes live, and the moment you power it off, experience goes off. You see, it is asking me, okay, what are the goal events? Okay, you're doing this split, right? Like check if you want to add certain goals or not. It's not mandatory, but the goals can be, let me just go to that goals thing. If you see, you can add various goals. Okay, the goals can be any of the Shopify event. You can directly add as a goal. It can be a product added to cart. Okay, checkout started, even Shopify purchase also, right? So basically custom fit listens to the Shopify web pixel events, wherein basically based on those things you can add the goals and all. And you can also go very deeper, like say people I mean that's a separate thing, but yeah, like this you can go and add the goals. And the other way to measure it out is we natively integrate with GA4. Okay, so like we can directly enable the GA4 integration on for this particular experiment, and say whoever and in the Google for basically Google Analytics for dashboard, right? You can go and check, okay, hey, the people who seen this variation v1 among them, any sort of the thing, what is the engagement rate, what is the session duration, or what is the purchases and all those things, right? That goes deeper there. Yeah, that's the two ways, okay, what you can go and integrate it out, right? Anyways, for the to see the results, okay, for now I'm just okay powering on. Okay, yeah, now let's go and test it out live. Okay, so okay, now let's open the incognito in the thing. Let's go to the Shander URL. Since we are going 50/50 thing, right? If you see, I have fallen into the default one, right? So let's again do the same thing and see Shander. If you see, in this case I got redirected to this particular theme, right? See, you also notice that there is a slight delay in pushing, because because it's a kind of a URL redirection change, right? So that's there. Okay, and but second time and all, right? Now for example, if I directly go over here, the visitor always see this particular variation, right? There won't be any delay. And if you see, you also you notice this the preview or a bar, right? So you can, okay, hide it out. So to hide that thing, simple thing is, say this is how actually typically it does. Okay, go to the theme library, and then okay, you can directly go and edit the assets and add a one line snippet thing in the new theme, where okay, you don't want to showcase this display preview iframe. Okay, that can be added through here, or it can be even added through the custom fits this thing also. Like basically in the custom fit, we can have a JavaScript thing, right? So you need to go and add it in the second variation, right? So yeah, that's how it goes, right? So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, anything. We can also, as I mentioned it, we can also share a pilot account and test account. So you, if you want, you can go and test it out on one of your clients, or even just start playing around that thing, right? So you'll able to see whether this is really making sense for your business or not, right? So yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, I request you to guys to give it a try and see, okay, whether how close these things are, because it's pretty simple to use. And you check any platforms, for example from VW to convert to anything, right? Everybody uses the same tech, right? At least for the redirection way, right? So, but as I mentioned, couple of the cases why custom is very fast, because our snippet is being directly added to their domain thing, so it will be treated as a first party JavaScript thing. And also, the optimizations what we have done with respect to loading of the thing, or even in the the API is what we call, right? It's pretty fast. It works under 30-40 millisecond duration thing, right? So that's where it creates a huge difference. Okay, cool. Thank you.